Another thing that happened this year that nobody knows about, or very few people, is that my dad was mysteriously paralyzed. I just want to point out things that I almost forget because they've become so normal behind the scenes in my life. I'm thankful for my RV van because it became, I'm trying really hard not to cry when I tell you this, but I just remember sitting there and getting a call when we were at the travel trailer from my dad earlier this year that he was in the hospital and he couldn't feel his legs anymore. At first they didn't know what it was, but they ran a bunch of tests on him. And he had just, he was like, hey, my life might not be the same anymore, and I'm at the hospital, and they don't know what's wrong with me. He had this, was called Guillain-Barré Syndrome, and I'm not even sure if it's pronounced like that, but it's a very rare disease, but has seemed to become more common over these last couple of years. And, everybody can kind of imagine maybe what has led up to these things. It caused him to lose all of his bodily functions, and he couldn't do anything. He had to relearn how to walk, how to poop, how to pee, how to eat, how to do everything again. Like, his body didn't know how to do those things. It's like he was a little baby having to learn everything over again. And it tore apart parts of our family, the way that things were handled. It's just caused me to have a lot of sleepless nights that I just haven't shared with you here. Also, sometimes it's hard to share things when you're going through it versus after it's already done. It's a little bit easier to share those videos and things and come from a different point of view than when you're actually going through it. And it's just it impacted a lot of things in my business, in my life, and timing that it happened. And I know you can't ever change the timing of those things, but it did cause things to be pushed off or pushed back and not happen. This was several months, and he's just now kind of started to get back to himself and be able to walk again. And I don't want to say talk, but not talk gibberish, because at one point he was talking complete gibberish, like the FBI had abducted him and then they had gave him a burger and took him to a bar or something like that. It was very bizarre. Like, just imagine your parent losing all consciousness of who they were in their life and them not being themselves, and it happening like overnight. I'm so glad that we had the van and that we were able to take all the dogs and just go sit like outside the hospital with them and not to have someone to have to watch them. Sometimes I wonder if people even know that I have 6 fur babies, 5 dogs, 1 cat, and I have my man, and we also have 2 RVs that we keep everyone in. We have a travel trailer and a van. The travel trailer never moves. It stays stationary at an RV park. I've given a tour of it. And then the RV van, which I haven't given an official tour of it, but I gave like a pre-tour on my Blog and Brandi YouTube channel, and I'm going to put the tour on here soon. A lot of people are like, oh, why do you have all those RVs? And it's honestly because our dogs are our fur babies. Those are our babies. And if you haven't watched my story about why I even started RVing, part of it is because we lost our child. And that's what led me to RV, was to go through this healing process. And I just look so ugly crying right now. But rescuing these animals have become like a form of healing. RVing and traveling has become a form of healing. It's been hard to share all of that with you when we go through it. It was nice to have the van to experience these things in, with my dad becoming paralyzed, and it's like having our life on wheels. And so we were able to take the business and the dogs and not have to call somebody and have everybody be watched, and it was just nice to have that. That's another reason why we bought the van, was to be able to do those things in. If you like this video and this behind the scenes of my RV life, please be sure to hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and tap that little bell icon so you're notified each and every time I publish a new video. I'm excited to read your comments. I can't wait for you to go check out some of my other content and check out RVersity.com. Subscribe to my newsletter. All those links are in the description below. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.